Before the Bible was ever translated into Latin or English, a group of scholars in ancient Alexandria crafted a text that connected cultures, shaped civilizations, and laid the foundation for early Christianity, the Septuagint. This Greek translation of the Hebrew Scriptures became the Bible of the early church and laid the groundwork for some of the most significant theological debates in history. What exactly is the Septuagint, and why is it so crucial to our understanding of biblical text today? In the 3rd century BC, many Jews scattered throughout the Mediterranean world needed the scriptures in Greek because they could no longer understand Hebrew. A famous legend from the letter of Aristeas tells how a man by the name of Demetrius sought a copy of the Law of Moses for the Library of Alexandria. The high priest in Jerusalem was asked to send scholars, and 72 scholars completed the work in 72 days. Later embellishments claim that the translators worked separately, but miraculously produced identical text. For example, Philo of Alexandria wrote, "They, like men inspired, prophesied, employing the self-same nouns and verbs as if some unseen prompter had suggested all their language to them." While most scholars reject these accounts as legendary, they shaped early Christian views of the Septuagint and gave us the abbreviation LXX, rounding to the Roman numeral signifying 70. Eventually, the entire Old Testament was translated into Greek, with most of it likely being completed before the New Testament era. What we now call the Septuagint is not a single unified translation, but a collection of translations made over time by different scholars. It became the standard Bible of the early church. The apostles frequently quoted from it, and many references in the New Testament draw from the Septuagint rather than the Hebrew text. What is significant about this is that the Septuagint is probably not the form of the Old Testament you are accustomed to. Modern English translations are direct translations from Hebrew, specifically from a particular form of the Hebrew text known as the Masoretic text. Our best complete manuscript representing this text is Codex Leningrad, which dates to around the 11th century. In contrast, we have Septuagint manuscripts that are centuries older. Both the LXX and the Masoretic text preserve very ancient traditions, but they differ in significant ways. One example of the significance of the Septuagint is Isaiah 7:14. In the Septuagint, the Hebrew word Alma is translated as Parthenos, which means virgin, resulting in the famous prophecy, "Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a child," quoted in Matthew 1:23, to support the virgin birth of Jesus. The Masoretic text uses a word that can also mean young woman, illustrating how translation differences can have massive theological implications. The Septuagint also differs in minor wording and in larger sections of text, which is why New Testament quotations sometimes vary from modern translations. These differences are especially significant in messianic prophecies. If you want to know which text is more accurate, the Hebrew Masoretic text or the Greek Septuagint, follow the link in the description below.